goodness. Okay. And we're back again. Hi, y'all. It's Amata. And today we're playing again in The Sims 4. So, first, some housekeeping. Today's stream will hopefully be just a little short. I have an appointment at 2 p.m. to do a video chat meeting. So I have to do that. So we'll try and be quick and focused today. Really, I swear I will be focused today. Other little announcements. Okay, so as y'all have probably seen, the past couple streams have had real frame rate issues. Last stream, my webcam froze completely. Which was, I mean, you missed all of my crazy gestures and facial expressions. So I'm pretty sure I've tracked down what caused that. So today, in addition to being short, is also a little bit of a test to see if I have indeed fixed that problem or if things are going to be wonky again. In addition, when I logged into my broadcasting software this morning, there was a notice that apparently the Google Cloud is having some technical issues today, and that somehow impacts my broadcasting software. So there might be a technical issue in the stream that is random and is Google's fault, not mine. So we have that going on as well. Also, it's a super rainy day today, so it's going to be dark and weird, and I've turned on all the lights I can, but I don't have professional lighting, so it's going to look like the color balance. I'm going to look orange or red or yellow or some crazy color, I'm sure. So here we are in the basement. Last time we were working on this mud room slash bathroom, full bathroom. And I don't know, guys, I'm not really happy with where it's at. So things are gonna move. I thought maybe I would sneak on last night and do some of this in the off hours and have this all done, but yeah, I didn't do that, and so now here we are. Let's work with these walls and see what we can get going on here better. So what if it would basically be a mirror image? What if we move the tub to this place? So let's just remove that wall. Or not. I mean, we don't have to. Okay. And then this wall, let's take the door, because we do like that we found that door. So they have to have a full square in front of the tub to interact with it. So I'm looking at putting a wall there so that they can open a door, walk in, and interact with the tub and not complain. Because the Sims love to complain. Okay, but it won't be a perfect diagonal across. It will, maybe I should do this, because I don't think I can get diagonals. So I could go here and back, which makes a kind of cute little room on its own. That's kind of, what am I gonna do with the sides there? You know, like, I don't think any decor or object functional or otherwise will fit in that kind of space. I'm not sure. What if I offset this? All right, here we go. If I mirror the walls, come on. Somebody's sleepy today. I don't know why my Sims is running a little wonky today. So there is, okay, what category it is? The bathroom organizers. You know, the little shelf, small, tall shelf units that look like bathroom organizers. Where are those? What category? Maybe in statues? Because they sit on the ground and are three-dimensional, and sometimes the weirdest things are categorized as statues. Maybe? No, I don't think so. I'm looking at this and I've been in this category before, and I think I'm wrong. They're not wall decor, so it's either clutter or miscellaneous. Ugh. Clutter and miscellaneous are like, it's really hard to tell what's going to be one and what's going to be in the other. Oh, here's one. Okay, so here's a bathroom organizer. So we could do this. We could offset instead of center. So we could offset the shower so that the shower head and everything is against a wall, and then put like a little bathroom organizer there. That makes coherent sense. I don't know if it is gonna be what I want it to be in reality. So let's throw these guys, because I don't know what I want exactly in here. So I'm just pulling out the options, and there's one more, one that's open, this one. It is probably, well, it is a mudroom after all. Normally, because, I mean, look at this one, it's got the metal, you know, it's kind of industrial frame, you know, with the metal frame and then the kind of wood planks as shelves, and that's not really the aesthetic of this build, but it is a mudroom down in the basement. What else could possibly be there? If you see me looking down periodically, it's because I have my phone set up as a second monitor, and it's also keeping track of what time it is. So I'm trying to be a little scrupulous today, keeping track of whether or not, oh, son of a gun. Punk ass bitch. Okay, that was really bad of me to say. Excuse me. Yeah, so if I do this, this door doesn't work. And as we already know, this is basically, excuse me, it's basically the door. Sugar plums. Okay. No more. Well, we have a locker, a hospital cabinet. No. No other things that could put in that corner. No. Those are the ones. I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's those four. The neat one, the fluffy one, the modern-ish one, and then the industrial one. Those are the four. Okay, so we have a wall and door problem. We did look through those doors. I'm not going to force y'all to look through more just to prove that I'm right and that The Sims is screwing me. Shoot. Oh, sugar. Okay, so it needs to be 2 tiles. So we'll work with that. We can work with that. We can make that happen. Why are we running so slow today? Come on, baby. Everything had updates. Oh, you know what? I don't want to do undos for the rest of it. Okay. Everything had updates yesterday. I don't know if it was true for you as well, but my game updated yesterday, as did my broadcasting software, as did, what else updated yesterday? Do I want this to go in or do I want it to go out? There's literally no reason for it to go out, so it's going in. All right, so we have this kind of a shape. Really wish I could just do this. Sims, why do you hate me? Why can't we do walls to halfway points? Oh. Okay, we'll get to that. That's, you know, this is going to be a finishing detail. Do I block this off, this whole triangle of weirdness? Or do I put a plant? Put a plant in the corner. Okay, and so that gives us a room that kind of looks like this. Let's put the door on the thing. So there's more space in there than I really anticipated or wanted. We'll definitely put cabinetry or something in that space. Now, I don't think I want to mirror this wall configuration over here. I think that's too much space given over to the shower bath room. And I still have a toilet closet to make. So what if we... No, I can't go straight back. Why do you hate me, Sims? Why do you hate me? I could go straight to here and then have a little whoop. Or I could go straight across to here. Okay, all right, we're gonna do this. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go straight across there, which makes this room look really weird. It's a really weird room. I'm not sure I like it. We'll work with it, okay? We'll work with it. This is getting redonkulous. Oh, I can't believe I just used that word. So this makes a pretty decent toilet closet. Boom. There's your toilet. Okay, so let's undo this stuff. I'm telling you, everything is weird today. Everyone's sleepy. I was sleepy today, so I can't really blame the game for being sleepy. I mean, it happens. Okay, so I think I will keep this. Now that's a decision for later. To fill out, you know, false walls and triangles to make it look aesthetic. So we have a walk in here and all of this front room space for mudroom decorations and a sink. And then we have a frosted door into a shower room. And the shower's just floating around in this room, unconnected to walls or anything. I don't think that would be functional. I think you need the back square. Or is it the front square? I know that bathrooms, that tubs can work even if you only have one of the two squares open. And we learned this in Tiny Living because they were like, incidentally, you can put your toilet right next to, you know, in a space-saving, you know, Tiny Living arrangement. You can put your toilet right next to your bath as long as you leave square open. Is it the front or the back? Sugar plums, I can't remember. If it's the back, this will be functional and fun. I think it's the front square. I think it is the front square because I'm trying to remember what it looks like when a sim gets in and out. And I think they open the front and jump in. And when they're bathing children or dogs, I think this is the door that is open and they're kneeling kind of there to do it. Okay, maybe. I'm not even sure I like that as a look. I really prefer the faucet and the shower head, all of that stuff, to be the side that's against a wall. But in The Sims, showers and tubs are not ambidextrous. I'm not an ambi-turner. Okay, so I could put a false wall dividing off this triangle, and that would help this look better, not silly, not awful. Right there. One thing I'm also considering, this is secret inside my head, is a corner tub, just to be special. I don't normally get corner tubs in a build. I mean, they take up so much space, and you have to have just the right circumstances to, you know, put one of these in. I mean, you have to have a corner and have it not be along a diagonal wall. Son of a gun. Okay, never mind. A girl can dream. Maybe this time was the time that I would put a corner tub in a bathroom. Technically, I think that putting it here, oh, but I can't put a wall there. It would be back. So this wouldn't be flush with the wall. Stupid. Oh, EA loves to spit on my dreams. That looks good, but it's clipping, right? It's just clipping entirely through. Yeah, there it is. That's, you know, very unfortunate. So that's not happening. That's a no. Sugar plums. Okay. This is going to be a short and also frustrating, I can tell, frustrating stream today. I could give up on the idea of having a shower and tub and just do a walk-in shower right here and just be like, there it is, shower and toilet, and then just have them both have regular old boring stupid doors, and you just have to know which room is which. I really don't like that. I'm really not a fan. Well, frustration. This is not what I wanted in my build today. It's a frustration. Not what I was expecting to do with my time today. Oh, walls and diagonals. Ugh, so bad in The Sims. So bad in The Sims. Okay, so I could do a wall from this point, but that's not what I want. I could do a wall from here, but it wouldn't go there. So I can't do that. I could do a wall to here and then a triangle. But what would be the point of that? I mean, what would be the point of that? wall here and then a triangle like that. What is the point of you? Because it's not like I could block off this entire triangle and then put the shower here. I mean, no, this is craziness. Okay, this is craziness. Maybe I should put it back on the non-diagonal wall so that I don't just completely go insane. I just really didn't like how things were shaping up in that. I mean, like this main division between the mud room and the bathroom components. When the shower was here, I really just, it was not doing what I wanted. Okay. I'm sure you're all like in the comments or in chat like screaming at me like, the solution is obvious, Mata. Okay, so theoretically, let's put this back here and remove that wall in the middle. Whoa, 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 whoa. And what if we, oh, that's right, the 2-door thing. Okay, so, this goes here again. And this wall is no longer a thing. Why are you taking so long to be responsive? I hate it when EA does patches. I mean, I can't complain because overall patches are a good thing. Bug fixes are a good thing, but this kind of laggy lag, like the game isn't sure of itself anymore. So adorable. Oh, you're shy. So sweet. It's just ridiculous. Okay, so what if this whole triangle right here got just made into a false wall situation and the toilet moved to let's finish that. There we go. There's that. Right back to where it was when I began. What if we did... Okay, this is what we had yesterday, but over on this side. Isn't it? Yeah, this is exactly what we had yesterday, but over on this side. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Its position relative to the door that comes into this space is better in this side. So that at least is definitely a thing. So I could do a wall here, just straight like that, boom, and a wall here, so that there's not this like whole triangle of what the fuck space, right? You know, where you're just like, what is that weird space inside the toilet room? That's not a lot of space. It's definitely functional, you know, for the Sims. The Sim that comes in here will be able to use the toilet and not give you error messages. Why can't I get this to center anymore? It was centered before I picked it up, right? Yeah. Crazy. Ghosts. Magic. And then honestly, I mean, I don't normally like having empty spaces in my builds that are this big. But if I went like this, and went like this, and waited for it to execute, I mean, that makes this room so much less crazy looking. And it makes these rooms very neat and square and boring. Which is, you know, it's nice to have a boring room. This really is super small, and I hate making my Sims have super small spaces. I don't like torturing them like that. But I'm not above it. I'll do it if I have to. Because this is definitely looking a lot better than what I had before, in my opinion. You can disagree with me all you want, and feel free to tell me so in chat or in comments. But yeah, I'm probably going to ignore you at that point. Let us put drywall everywhere in the unused spaces so that we're not paying for the specialty stuff. I need just basic concrete. I don't think I have just basic. Oh, there we go. The basic concrete anymore. Normally I really don't care about things like that and the cost of the build, because I'll just cheat. If the family that I want in this space can't technically afford the space, I'll either do the free real estate cheat, or I'll do the cheat where you just give yourself money. You just give yourself money. But I know that if I'm going to put this up on the gallery, it would be nicer, it would be better if it didn't have any, there's a light stuck in this wall. Come here, little light. There we go. If I didn't have any just superfluous costs going on. I want it over this square right here. Why do you hate me, EA? Why? There we go. There we go. So, you know, powder blue with some tile around the bottom. I mean, that kind of helps lighten it up and not make it this imposing, torturous, dark cell, prison cell. So I'll get a door on this one too, and that'll be that. Oops. I got some wall. Okay. Anything else? No. And this is concrete. I did get that. Okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Sometimes in my builds, this is the craziness, right? The level I'm at. Sometimes in my builds, I will take, like, if I'm doing a basement like this, that has, in my mind, stone walls, right? So, like a castle build, a historical build, things like that, right? Where you're like, this wall is stone, inside and out. Sometimes I will take the stone wall on the basement level and do it around the outside as well. Has no functional purpose, adds nothing to gameplay, nobody sees it except for me, you know, God person. And all it does is add to the cost of the lot by adding, you know, panel after panel of $6 per panel stone. And, yeah, that's me. That's the craziness you're dealing with here. Details are important. They really are. And sometimes you want that level of detail, especially if you're just going to cheat about the cost and, you know, not be too bothered about making sure it's an inexpensive, feasible, realistic build. And this is a castle build. So one, I don't care. And two, the only reason I'm trying to not just be super ridiculous like that is because I do want to put this on the gallery and let people take it and play with it. And it's a 64 by 64. So this price is going to skyrocket once I'm done with the house and I start working on the exterior. Because when it comes to landscaping, I do not hold back. So, I posted it on my Facebook the other night. a picture. I might have said this already on stream, but I've posted a picture of the lot, a screen cap of the lot with my marking about what I'm planning for the exterior lot and outbuildings and pool decks and things. So it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be kickin' rad. Yes, I am old. I did say kickin' rad. I did. Okay, when you have a room that's like, hi, I am the room that the shower is in, where do you put your light? Do you do an area light for the room and then a second light over the shower area specifically? Or do you do one kind of in the middle? Or do you just do one here and that's plenty of light, especially since this shower is glass walled? For the ones where the curtains go around it, like inside the tub area can get really dark. I feel for those people having to shower in the dark. Ooh, I don't like that. What I would like is that, so that it's not clipping half and, you don't want to put the light half in half over outside and inside the place that has water, running water. But I don't like it centered in this area alone. So centered on this line. On this line. I like it. I like it. Sorry about the coughing. I have my tea. Yay, tea. Okay, looking good. Looking good. So we've got the toilet and the bath area, and we need a door. That's what I was doing. Feel free to remind me anytime you want, like when I am clearly going off on a tangent. Please feel free to in chat, because it's got to be live. So sorry to people watching this recorded. You can't do this for me, but if you're watching live, feel free to put in chat that I need to focus. Focus, Mata. Focus. Focus. Okay, so this door could be frosted, but it's only a 1 square. And as we know, it is incredibly hard to find a actual frosted door that is 1 square. Yeah, none of this is. None of that's gonna work. None of it. And then these are all 2 squares, blah, 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 going down, going down. Not gonna work. Not gonna work, not gonna work. That could be cute. Oh, it's a 2-tile offset. Also, I think the pane of glass is actually clear, not frosted. Well, it looks like it's frosted, but it's like textured glass. It's still pretty clear. Cute, but nope. Cute, but nope. And then these, of course, are the perfect door if you like having people see you pee. Why is this tinted glass and not opaque glass? Yay! I want doors like that, but with frosted, opaque glass instead of just tinted. Because they listen to me. I mean, sorry, wrong button. That's a pretty basic, like, hi, I'm a bathroom door in a utility room. Blech. If I was building a restaurant or something. Maybe a plain door of similar look, but wood? I'm I'm not sold. Not exactly sold on it. Looking at these swatches because, you know, maybe one that kind of matched this door in a way. That might be the closest we get to any kind of visual symmetry. Okay, we're gonna put that there and think about it. We'll think about it. No, nobody, no. We could do glass up so high that it's not showing anything. Whatever. Nope. We could do this one. Ugh. Double door. 2 tile on the half. Okay. Castle. Not gonna work. Nope. Nobody, nope. Nope. And this one's just straight up see-through. And the swatches are all just affecting the door frame and not the glass. No! No. We could do a bathroom door. Oh, okay. And first we would want the all gender. I think this is it, the gender neutral one. Well, it's not exactly gender neutral, is it? It's bi gender and not exactly like, you know, all gender. There's a difference. Let's see how I can get, how opaque I can get. See, I think that's still pretty, I mean, it's dark, but it's pretty see-through still. I mean, I would feel uncomfortable. I mean, I know that I would be obscured as far as details, but like, if you think about it, I'm uncomfortable with the level of scanning that they do and visualizing on a computer screen that they do at airports, at the TSA. I'm like, I really don't feel okay with you. I mean, I know what a 3D untextured model looks like, and I get it, but it's a 3D untextured model of me, of my body and nooks and crannies, and I don't know. I really think it's a little invasive, the way that we scan at airports in America these days. It's a little invasive, and it doesn't even work. It doesn't even work. It's really bad. The settings are bad. The calibration is bad. Lots of people don't know it, but they have to choose between 2 genders. The TSA agent, when you walk up, a TSA agent has to tell the computer what to expect so that it can flag things that are unexpected. And they only have a cisgender female model and a cisgendered masculine male model. That's it. So they tell the computer, they just look at you and kind of pick based on how they're perceiving you, what your intimate body looks like under your clothes and your makeup and your hair. And so some person, and I don't blame the agents, you know, everyone's got to have a job, everyone's got to eat and try and pay their bills. So it's not like individual agents are at fault for this, but the company, the agency, the government is putting these people who are ordinary people into this very bad situation. You know, you want to keep your job, you want to continue to support your family and earn money and buy food and groceries and stay in your home and apartment. Yeah, you have to sit here all day, every day, making up what you think people look like under their clothes. And if you get it wrong, it will be excruciatingly painful and embarrassing and humiliating for everyone involved. Everyone involved is just gonna feel like crap after that experience. Or at least I hope. I hope the agents that have to pull someone aside and pat them down and perform this awkward, invasive, humiliating extra level, I hope that they are human and decent enough to also feel embarrassed and ashamed and sorry, just sorry that they have to do this. And I do mean have to. Sometimes a choice is not a choice. Sometimes there's always going to be someone who says, well, they could always just quit that job. They don't have to do it. No one's got a gun to their head saying, if you don't do this, we're going to kill you. So there's always a choice. Yeah, that's a dick thing to say. That's really a privileged dick thing to say. Because no, sometimes the context of a person's life does not have that freedom, does not have the flexibility to say, this is invasive and it's wrong and I'm not going to do it. And I expect to keep my job, but be able to make this protest or highlight something that I feel is wrong about my job. Because in this world, in America, in this day and age, thank you, end stage capitalism, the result is that you'd get fired. You just get fired. They wouldn't care. They wouldn't care about the comment you're trying to make, the complaint you're going to lodge. They wouldn't care. And they would just fire you. And we all know it. We all know it. And then where are you? You're out of a job. You're not feeding yourself. You're not feeding your kids. You've lost the opportunity to be a good person in that bad situation and to help people and to, do a good job in a place where it's really possible to have people not doing a good job. So if you're the kind of person who is decent enough and human enough to recognize that this is bad, this is wrong and humiliating and invasive, I'd rather have you at that horrible job than someone who doesn't even have the decency or the awareness to understand that they're doing something pretty awful. Honestly, I would rather have someone who looks me in the eye and says, I know, I get it. This isn't right. It's unfair. It's not just. It's not justified. And I'm suffering with you. I'm sharing with you the burden of how this is going to impact your day. And I get it. And I'd rather, honestly, personally, I'd rather have that person with me at that time than Mr. I don't give two shits. I'm just doing my job. Move along. And that's me. That's personally me. I am really striking out, guys, on this door. Because this looks way too corporate to be in someone's castle, right? This is way too official door. So this really looks like it by virtue of being the only thing that possibly works and maybe looks cohesive in this room. Blech. Anyway, TSA body scans are full of bullshit, and they're invasive and awful and humiliating and harmful to people who have already had humiliating, awful, harmful lives to begin with. And no, you don't have a choice. You know, we don't have a choice in whether we submit ourselves to that or not. And the agents working probably don't have a choice in whether or not they participate in this awful system. You know, they need a job, just like my wife needs a job, just like you need a job. I mean, everyone's got to eat, and for better or worse, end stage capitalism is what we have in America, and this is the result. This is the sort of thing that system, that economic system brings, is situations where if you don't do it, we'll just get someone who will, and they will make their rent and feed their family, and you won't. And we just, you know, they just don't care. They don't have to care. There's no rules or regulations or outside governing body that is telling them that they must care. And so they don't care. They don't have to. They just want the profit. They want the money and move along. And so that's what we got. So, you know, although I think obviously certain people who are non-conforming or don't fit perfectly into the mold, they're really the victims. There's a lot that happens to people who are not the norm that is humiliating and embarrassing and awful, and no one should be subjected to this. But I do believe that the individual TSA agents are kind of in the same boat. They're, you know, if you believe in basic human decency, and if you believe that most people, or you hope that most people aren't craven and awful all the time to each other just because they can. Oh God, this is killing me. Then I do find myself in a position where I am hoping that the agents are also in some small way being victimized by the system that has been set up and forced into a position of having to do something awful, to be able to go home and look their family in the eye and say, I did what I had to do in order to feed you and to keep us in this house and to keep us alive. And I know it's awful, and I know it's terrible and feels horrible, but I just, you know, sometimes you're in a situation where you gotta do what you gotta do. And sorry, I know I'm going on about this. I'm actually one of those people that gets flagged, not necessarily because of my gender or gender identity or anything like that, because I am a cisgendered, very, you know, typical, average looking female. I just have giant boobs. But I, first of all, I have super long hair. When I turn around and like yell at Mercy, you guys probably see it's like a super long, jumbled up mess. I'm like Hermione Granger. Like when I watch back the streams and I see the back of my head, I'm like, is that what my hair looks like? Really? That's what my hair really looks like? So that's, sorry, but I have really long hair, and usually when I'm traveling, I braid it. I'll do 2 braids on either side of my head so that I can put my head flat against a headrest and not have like a braid, you know, making me wobble around one side or the other. So I'll have 2 braids, usually just like French braids, gets the hair nice and neat and has staying power for a whole day of travel. So, you know, when I'm flying, I usually have these 2 very thick, long strands of hair, longer than normal, longer than typical, and very, very thick. I have Spanish ancestry, and so I got the thickness. I inherited that thickness. So, yeah, so for me, some things, many times when I'm traveling, I go through the scanner and it flags my back as abnormal, as something's not right on this back, because it sees 2 wings. It looks like I have bones or 2 lines down my back that shouldn't be there. Like I've got something strapped to my back under my shirt or something like that. And really it's just picking up my braids. So, you know, frequently I get pulled aside so that they lift up my braids and pat down my back to make sure I'm not, I don't know, strapping something. I don't know. So, and that's, I know right now, go ahead in the comments, jump on chat and tell me, Mata, that's nothing the same. Like that is nowhere near the level of humiliation and inconvenience and pain that other people feel. And that's absolutely correct. That's 100% correct. It's not. It's nowhere near. What's a little closer, and y'all might not know this about me yet, I cover my head when I'm out in public for religious reasons. And, you know, it looks, let me attempt to give you a rough visual. It looks somewhere between Muslim and Jewish. It doesn't, when I'm covering my head, it's kind of loose and sort of like, I don't know, like a starlet in the 50s or Jackie O, you know, with something covering their hair while they're traveling. But it's also a little more, it's not quite as scarf-like and flimsy. It's definitely a head covering. And, you know, it's not necessarily as tight or as regular, formal as some hijab. I don't usually, like, I show my bangs. I usually show my bangs. So the covering starts, you know, here around my face and back. So there's some hijabi who are at that level. I'm trying to think of an example which countries in the world you'll see, you know, a woman from this country who chooses to wear hijab could very likely be at the same level as me, with covering their hair, covering their head out in public, for a religious reason. And I'm drawing a blank, and I don't want to say anything. I don't want to mischaracterize any particular country or particular Muslim type of country or demographic. But there are, I mean, because there's all kinds of different levels of not just, you know, going from hijab to burqa, and oh shoot, I forgot the word. There's another word, because there's a word for just the head covering, which is, if I'm correct, usually hijab. And then there's a word for when you cover your head and your face, like a face veil. And that is something, it starts like A, B, something or other, ABBA, something. Sorry, I totally, usually I'm right on the ball with this. but I'm totally forgetting right now. And I don't know about this one. What do you think about this one? This furniture. This piece of furniture. There's other ones. Like I have one upstairs here by the back door that's a little more chunky, a little more like full piece of furniture. And I know there's a third, but I think it's even bigger and even chunkier. See, like I don't even have it in my entryway, but I do want to grab while I'm up here, probably this shoe rack with the boots and things that could be gender neutral. So anyway, and then there's covering your head and your face in parts or all of your body. And so there's different levels just right there. But even within one of those categories, there are different levels as well. So, so like for hijab, you'll see some women wearing like a skull cap that before they put the scarf or headscarf on, so they have like a tight form-fitting, covers their neck, and all of their hair kind of fits and tucks underneath it, so that even if the headscarf is loose and waving about in the wind or gets caught on something and comes off, their head will still stay covered. And then there's women who are from different countries. You know, different countries have different norms, and they will choose what level they want to be at, and some of them choose to be at just the headscarf with maybe bangs and wisps of hair, you know, some of the front of their hair showing, and just covering the head in a modest and kind of respectful sort of way, you know. And that's where it is for me, is I practice a religion where there's a lot of room for individuality and for doing what works for you rather than what someone has made official or instructed. And so so for me, I ended up as a person and as a spiritual person, I ended up in a position where I recognized that my greatest abilities and best aspects of my character and my personality, the best parts of me, tend to be domestic. Surprise! Tend to be domestic and focused in the home and in, you know, what I can do for friends, what I can do for family, and you know, what I'm doing domestically. And so as a result of that, there has come an impetus for me to be mindful of that when I'm out in public. Not that I'm restricted in any way of, you know, what I do or where I go in a public forum. You know, if I wanted a job, I could have a job. If my family needed me to get a job, you know, for financial reasons, I would get a job. And how's that look, guys? What do you think, y'all? This room is coming along. I'm starting to feel better about this room situation. I wish I felt better about these objects and what's going on with this stuff. You know, I like this on this wall next to the sink, but they aren't quite the right sizes. So I could offset this sink, you know, off center off of the wall, and have this and the sink square to each other. But I don't know if I would like that. I obviously, I don't want the sink getting too close to the edge of this doorway. Um, as I've mentioned before, I don't like people walking through doors and feeling immediately impinged, immediately like there's something they're gonna bang their arm or their leg on. I really, I am not about that. So I'm hesitant to move the sink over off center from the wall, especially since I really put a lot of time into centering it exactly where I want it. And then there's these cute objects. I really like this, and I really like it in a room like this. It really, fits. But there's really nowhere in the room that it works. Anyway, so when I'm out in public, I cover my head. And it is for religious reasons, and it's situated somewhere between an observant Muslim woman and an observant Jewish woman. Not all Jewish women cover their heads, by the way. Same with Christian women. Not all most Christian women don't cover their heads, but there are certain Christian communities where that's normal. Certain communities where maybe you don't cover your head in your daily life, but when you go to church, you do. It's expected to wear a hat or a veil or a shawl or lace of some kind. That's a thing that exists. And of course, there's various spiritual communities like nuns and the like. I don't know. I like that this piece of furniture has these random knick-knack container things. I think that's appropriate for a mudroom, very much so. Pillows, not as much. Adorable, clean-looking baskets, not as much. So maybe I should just ditch this piece of furniture and be like, didn't work. I like that it's got the blue. I mean, because as it turned out, I ended up using blues in this room. I like that, though. Guys, I have too many things that I like. Okay, what a problem. What a horrible problem. So what if they came out of the mudroom and were around the mudroom? Like what if I took this and I put it like against a wall? Anyway, so, anyway, there are pockets of the Jewish population where the women, and not just on Sabbath, not just when they're celebrating the Sabbath with their family, but all the time out in public. And sometimes even at home, too, like in front of their children, will cover their hair, cover their head, and only uncover their head for their spouse, around their spouse, in private, which is cool. That's a thing. And I now know, since head covering when I'm out in public is a thing that I do, I now have a better sense of how hard it is. It's actually pretty challenging on a personal level, because you always have to think about it. Always. Anytime you're like, I'm just going to step out and get the mail. I'm just going to step out and run to the grocery store real quick. I'm just going to run down to the gas station and get, X, Y, and Z. There's never a time where it's, I'm just gonna. Never anymore. You always have to think, oh wait, I'm going out. I need to make sure that my head is appropriately covered for what I'm going out for. What do we think about that? Does that look stupid? It looks stupid, doesn't it? That looks stupid. You know, so you have to think. You have to plan ahead. You have to know if you're going to be traveling and pack accordingly. This would look better, but it sticks too far down. Bummer. I'm having trouble with this room. So yeah, so you have to think about it. You have to plan ahead, and it gets uncomfortable. I mean, in the summer, you've got something holding the heat in your head and next to your body. And yeah, there's different fabrics and textures. I have headscarves that are made for the summer that are lighter in texture and a looser weave. You know, but it's still, you're still got something on your head. And there's things that you have to think about that, like, you never had to consider before. Like, is it a windy day? How windy will this day get? And should I take extra care to make sure that I'm not affected by the wind, and to make sure that I don't have to constantly be like holding or checking my head. So that's, you know, it takes effort. And even on a non-windy, normal, casual day where you're just putting a headscarf on and then running out to run an errand and come right back home, after a while, you get tired of wearing it. Like, not like bored, not like, okay, this commitment was stupid and I'm just tired of this. Like, I'm tired of this. But like the way that people with boobs will understand, like the way that you wear your bra, and by the end of the day, you're ready to not be wearing it anymore. But you wouldn't just, for many women, or men, for bra wearers, for many bra wearers, it's not optional. It's not something that, as it starts to get uncomfortable or as you start to get tired of just having this garment on, you would just go, oh, well, I'll just take it off. You know, like, you don't do that. You stick it out and go through your day, and then you take it from there. And so that's kind of how it feels to wear a headscarf. At least it is in my experience. And maybe black or white. Does that match this white? I think I'd like it more than black. So yeah, because if it's between black and this, yeah, that's where I'm going with it. Okay, so this I'm definitely thinking is going to go on this wall at this point in time. And let's see if I can lower this. Because of course, they won't, you know, be equal to each other. Does that offset look neat, or does that offset look chaotic? Ugh. God, these things are so hard to tell. Anyway, so yeah, so by the end of the day, it's not easy peasy. You know, it's not like, oh, I forgot that I had this on my head. Frequently, by the end of the day, you're ready to take it off. You're like, I'm glad I do this. This adds a level of meaning and thoughtfulness to my life, and I really want that. I really, yes, I am still dedicated to that. But I'm glad I'm home now. I'm glad I'm home and can just relax and settle in. And like, for me, my neck gets sore. Like, I'm carrying my neck and shoulders differently than how I am when I'm at home and relaxed and carefree. But yeah, so that's what it's like. And you've got this thing that you have to think about and plan for. And that's part of how it functions. That's part of how it works as a spiritual tool, is that you are being thoughtful and that you do have to plan and think about it, and not just think about it in a object way, like putting on a coat. Oh, it's cold today, I think I'll put on a coat. But in a thoughtful way, like every time you go out of your house, you stop and think to yourself, does this still reflect how I feel inside? Is this still an important part of me that I am not going to forego? Is this still an outward reflection of my inward beliefs and practices? Is this still a sign, a sigil, a talisman that has meaning to me? And if it doesn't, then and you can stop doing it. You can jettison that part from your life. That's not where you're at anymore. But you have to think carefully about that, and not just on a whim be like, yeah, I'm not into this right now, so I'll not do it. And then when I feel back into it, I'll pick it back up. Like, you have to be serious about your commitments. But you do get to consider them and think about what you're doing and why you're doing it and what meaning it has, and whether or not it's still fulfilling that. So those are things that happen when you start operating on a level where you've made a commitment, where you have vowed to do something or to be part of something. I mean, in many ways, it's kind of like marriage, where you've set a vow and you mean it, and you are going to keep that vow, and you really shouldn't make a vow unless you are 100% ready to deal with that and what that means. And every day, like for marriage, every day you wake up and you decide once again, are you going to uphold your vow? Are you going to continue your commitment there? And if you're not, okay, okay. If this is the day you wake up and you know that for whatever reason you're done with it, and it's not meaningful, and it's not bringing joy and connection and meaning to your life, then sit down and evaluate that and give it some real thought, and maybe start making plans. But these things shouldn't be taken lightly. So anyway, yes, I wear head covering when I go out in public, and because of that, I have been spit on in public. I've had, especially in certain times in America's recent past, when things are heightened, I've had people sneer at me or follow me around in a grocery store, and act like I'm suspicious. And I mean, there's that. And with TSA, when I'm traveling, sometimes I'll get flagged, just because. And they'll ask me, can I feel the good ones? The good ones, usually for me, tend to be like, can I just pat on top and check that you're not hiding anything? That it's just head and hair under there, or like a hairband. And that's okay, that's your job. And I am not so annoyed by you and this job that you have to do that I'm going to stop honoring my understanding of divinity and spirituality and my place in the world. Like, that's robust. It's not going to change. just to get out of some annoyance and discomfort and humiliation while I'm traveling. But yeah, that happens. And usually they just pat it down and pat down my hair. I have not yet been asked to remove, which is a blessing. Gosh, I'm so thankful for. I've never been asked, we need you to remove this, because that would be, for me, that would be a hassle. I would have to request that we all go to a room, and I would prefer no strange men. That's a me thing. That's a personal, has to do with my religion and how I practice my religion. But so that would be a little uncomfortable for, I hope, for everyone involved. We would all just be like, oh, this again. So I'd have to be like, okay, let's get out of the public eye, get into a more private room or bathroom or something, and you know, if possible, only female TSA or female identified TSA agents. And yeah, then, you know, you do what you got to do. But I've never had to. I've never been forced to go that far. But you know, it's something you think about every time you're like, I have to travel and I have to do it by airplane. I don't have the option to drive for one reason or another. I think this room is kind of done. I mean, I'd like to put more in it to make it, as far as like decorations, to make it obvious that this is a mud room, a utility room. I wish I had like, I mean, I guess I have mud stains that I could put on the floors or walls, like dirt stains, but I'm not sure, A, on this flooring that it would show up. I'm not sure I want to go the let's make it dirty so that we know it's the dirty room route. Like, I'd settle for just some loose sneakers. Like, I might have to search through the debug menu of items and get some like sneakers or like a shoe to just have on the floor randomly. Something like that. Some clutter. But what do we think, gang? How do we think this looks? I mean, it's already pretty much like, hey, this is clearly a room you walk into and there's cleaning supplies and coats and shoes. There's towels and spare items, obviously spare items, and a sink. I could dumb down the sink. This is the sink I'm using up in the living spaces, and if I used a sink, a real, like a ratty, like a laundry day, here's the laundry day sink. Here is another, here's an actual like industrial. Hey, I am an industrial sink. I mean, functionally in game, it works the same as any other sink, but it's definitely got the basement sink, in the utility room sink vibe. Here's another laundry day sink. This is a DIY basin sink. Oh no, I don't know, gang. Not quite seeing something that I'm really like, okay, I can switch out for this. And if the wood wasn't quite so cartoony rustic, like this is Yogi Bear wood. It's not just a sink that is made out of natural raw wood. It's like it's like a caricature of itself. Otherwise, this would be, I would consider something like this with just a basin on top, and it's not quite finished. Dang it. Okay, what about something like this, the pedestal sink, where it's wood and it's kind of raw looking, but it's not. Okay, here's an idea. Let's take a look at the wood swatches. So there's a gray. There's a gray wood that I could kind of fit in this room aesthetic-wise. There's kind of a white wood. Kind of matches. Ooh, excuse me. So anyway, I guess, you know, those are thoughts on the TSA and on religion and head coverings and, you know, what's worth it in life. What's worth making a commitment to and sticking with. You know, sticking with it. Oh, let's check the time. 1 o'clock. I'm gonna have to go soon, guys. What about a stone? Ugh. If I was using this type of stone for... Oh, it's only those 3 swatches. If I was using this type of stone for the walls, but I'm not. Okay, how about... Ooh, how about this one? I mean, that's a look. Why are you popping into shadow really bad? What's going on with that? Interesting. I mean, that's not a bad look for this room and for what's happening in this room. It's not. It's Jungle Adventure Pack. So it's not exactly... I know I have Jungle Adventure upstairs in the boys' bathroom. I have this sink up in the boys' bathroom. Maybe I should put it down here as well. There's a white. There's a kind of white wood. Sort of goes with stuff in the room. Kind of has the utility vibe. And I am using this sink upstairs as well, so it's not like it's adding a pack. Like this one is Island Living, and that would be adding a pack. I think. I don't think I've used anything Island Living yet. So I'm looking at this one, and I'm looking at maybe this one. Yeah. Nobody needs to mention to me that Tiny Living has a stand sink. Okay, I know. I'm not choosing it on purpose. So we've got white with that brown strip. We've got white with a gray strip, and we've got white with... Okay, what's the difference? This. Oh, one is white and one is vaguely not white. I mean, that clears everything up. Obviously. That's gray, and this is white, and this is white with the wood strip down here. So, kind of... Oh, and then this is actually gray, and this is dark wood, but not as dark as this wood, which is not as dark as this wood, or black, or... Get your swatches under control, EA! So yeah, so we've talked about stuff. I'm trying to remember if I've left any sentence fragments or concept fragments hanging that I forgot to wrap up for you. I'm bad about that. I think in this room, the whiteness. And this one, there's the gray. That's blonde. This is white. That's gray with black. I'm not a fan of that. Okay, here's distressed. We have distressed colors. I'm not a fan of that. The blue, I mean, it's not... I don't think any of these blues or blue-greens are getting the right color blue for this room. And I don't like bronze and gold. I really don't. I really don't. So we have this white, like super clean, nice finish white and gold. We have white and silver. Technically, I think white and gold is more appropriate, not just for the house, but for the Narnian theme, because of that gold. That's, you know, of central importance because their god is literally golden color. I mean, you know, that. So I am kind of looking at, yeah, I'm kind of looking at that one. Not that one. This. No. Okay, stop. Just stop. Focus. This one. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not gonna, none of those colors work in the room. Okay, so I'm kind of looking at these two. Here they are. This one or this one in this corner. And in this corner, and should I make a corner? No, because if I made a corner wall for the sink to go on, I'd have to rearrange this mess. And I think I've got it where I want it. It's just down to sink. Ugh. Well, this is base game, right? Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's base game. This is not. And I think I need to honor that. I mean, I could put this on the wall and feel pretty good about it, but it's just one more thing that if you don't have the Jungle Adventure Pack, you're going to have to replace or, you know, pick out your own. And I'm really trying. I'm really trying, guys. I really am. I'm trying to give you guys as close, to give you all as close as possible to a limited number of packs. It's very hard for me. I am one of those simmers who has them all. Oh, you know what we don't have? Any of these. Do we want any of these in the room? These guys? I mean, I could rearrange and find a place to put them, but okay, so this one looks too bathroom. I mean, too fluffy and too for a bathroom. Plus, I suspect that it's not going to have any good color combos. Okay, that's much too. This is bathroom. This is a little bit better utility-wise because there's nothing in it that says this has to be in a bathroom. This could, you know, it's got a cabinet on the bottom that could contain anything. And then what's visible are supplies. You know, some fancy bottles, but, you know, a box of Kleenex and miscellaneous supplies. So this could be, like, what if I offset, what if I put it here and then made the sink go next to it? Ugh, that's getting pretty close to the doorway. You know how I feel about that. Plus, oh God, EA, look at this. Look at it. Look at this. This is an item that is obviously a wall item. If you want this not against a wall, you have to decide yourself individually where you want to put this. So by default, this stupid piece of furniture should snap to the wall because, I mean, look at it. So, you know, the fact that anytime I place this piece of furniture, it snaps to... What the hell is that? I mean, seriously. The halfway mark? I mean, is it really? Let's grid. I mean, it's really sitting at the halfway mark. Now, if I make it not diagonal, look. Halfway, it centers on the middle of the square. Why? Look, we know that you hate us. We get it. You don't have to keep proving it, okay? Cut us some slack. So yeah, so this is one of those pieces of furniture that if you put in your build, you have to manually place it, you know, realistically where you would in real life, like against the freaking wall. So if I did that, I could do that, and then I might scooch this just a little bit over. I could do that and then rearrange these upper shelf things. Is that really necessary? Am I just adding unnecessary fluff to the room? It does force the sink over more. Sugar plums. All right, but I definitely think not this, and this one as well. Not that. That one looks too nice. I'm sorry, it looks too nice. In a wrong way, in a more modern wine cabinet kind of way. I'm crazy. That was a weird descriptor, but there it is. I'm really... I don't know about this. I don't know about it. What if I took this entirely away? Making my scrunchy face. I'm making my scrunchy face, people. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I think I would rather have this out in the... Oh my goodness, excuse me. I'm sniffly. Why am I so sniffly today? Anyway, the return of the sniffles. I'm not sick, I just get sniffly. It's weird. And it's not allergies. Before you say anything, it's not allergies. I do have allergies in my family, in my immediate family. So, you know, it's not something I would be surprised by. And it is something that I do consider and am familiar with. So, I mean, there are times where I'm definitely having an allergic reaction. But more often when I get the snifflies, it's just because it's a day that ends in Y. And, you know, what you gonna do? I don't think I'm clipping into this wall. It's very hard to tell, though. And back. There we go. There we go. It's very hard to be me. Can you tell? Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's a room. There's a utility room. There's a mud room. And it looks cute. It's functional. I'll add some decor and, you know, non-functional objects to fancy it up. Get some toilet paper in the bathroom. Should I put anything in the bathroom, like a mirror or a medicine cabinet above the toilet? Obviously, I'll come back in and do a bath mat. Should I put a mirror above this sink? I always forget to do mirrors. Mirrors and trash cans. Trash can. I've forgotten a trash can. So we're going to look very fast at mirrors. Oh my goodness. All of my freaking mirrors are still, this might not be custom content. This might actually just be because I have my mirror mod turned on that allows me to place mirrors anywhere on the wall, kind of like you do in real life, rather than just the snap points. That's super functional. So I don't know if that's going to make, will that make this lot get flagged as custom content on the gallery, the mirror mod? Because that would be really unfortunate, considering how much effort I'm putting into not, oh, that's better. This one, I was a little, because it's a little, but this one's a little better. I mean, that's a mirror. That's a mirror with function. I would look at that mirror and not be like, well, this mirror is a waste of space. You can bring it down a little too, just a little bit, and then there we go. On that wall. How do we think that looks? Does that look okay? I know I'm just kind of throwing stuff around at this point. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I have favorite mirrors. I really do. And of course I have mirror mods and custom content that I've added over the years of The Sims not giving us what we want or need. Yeah, I think I'm going with this one. I think that's just, I mean, it's a mirror. Also, we need to look at, before I forget, trash can. Trash cans are in appliances. Yes, they are in appliances, in miscellaneous. So I'm thinking trash can goes on this wall, in this, in that space. A little awkward, yeah? Because I don't think there's a small enough can to just kind of put in here. I mean, the little itty bitty cans, even they, I mean, I might do that. That is workable. That is also workable. I mean, I'm not a fan of having so many things squunched in this corner. But those items are all decorative, so they're non-functioning anyway. And it looks right to have the trash can by the broom and dustpan. I mean, that looks, thematically, that looks like, oh, that makes sense. I could recenter, if I put a trash can here, I could recenter the shoes closer to the other wall, Okay, but this is all assuming I can find a version of this trash can that I don't hate. Hello, Mercy. And it's small and useful, but it also has unicorns and crap on it. I know! You tell them. Am I safe? Am I safe? And this one is what? Stars and blocks and balls? Yeah. That's very, you know, not super noticeable. Oh, I could use the ladybug bin. Not that it's any smaller. So this is probably... Sweetheart, do you need to go outside? I'm okay. I'm all right. Good touch. Go outside. Go get him. Sorry. So this is the smallest trash can. That's just a plain basic can. It's not that much bigger, and could actually just be donk. Thunk. Will it function sideways? God, guys, I can't remember. Do I need to have it turned this way for the Sims to interact with it? I can't remember. Okay, so that's a function thing. So I'm gonna put it like this to begin. No, I don't want it like this. I want it. I want it like that. Against the wall, but that just looks weird. That's kind of why I chose a round one first, because of that's just weird. That's just weird. This one's like a kitchen trash can. Oh, this one is round and adorable, and I really like it, and it's got child crap on it too. It's from the toddler pack, I think. There's a neutral, a beige, there's a blue. I'm looking, there's the beige. I don't think so. White with blue? It's the wrong kind of blue. It really is. Plus, honestly, it looks nice. It looks like a nice trash can, like you'd have it in a room, not a utility room. Son of a gun. So, sugar plums. If I had it over here, that doesn't look bad. I mean, it's not next to the broom and dustpan, but it's against a wall, and it doesn't make this awkward, confusing interaction of angles and walls and objects. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it like that, and when I come back through on my decorating and lighting passes, I can consider it again. But at least it's a reminder that, you know, I should put trash cans in a house. A house needs trash cans to function. 1 o'clock. Okay. I got to be done by 2. Got to be done by 2. So, yep. This room, I'm thinking done. Dunnerson. It's got the things in it I want. Everything else I will consider probably when I do my decorating pass. Oh, okay, so we've got someone approving the trash can situation. So there we go. We've got the trash can situated. We have these things that I like, but have not yet found a place for. And I've got them white right now, but they might not stay that way. Okay, so this room is definitely a room. Let's throw some walls around. In fact, did you kill it? Did you scare it away? Are you a good protect? Did you do me a good protect? Mercy, have you eaten your breakfast? Did you eat your food? I ate my breakfast. Go get your food in your bowl. It's the dog. Mercy says hello to everyone. She doesn't like to eat unless I eat first, and she has very particular ideas about what constitutes eating. So we usually have some trouble in the breakfast time area, because she usually doesn't feel like I'm really fulfilling my duty eating in the morning. I'm not a full English kind of girl. I am definitely a nutrition shake and go, and my cup of tea. And so Mercy is like, nutrition shakes aren't real. That's not a thing. Okay, so one of my problems right now is that I'm not quite sure what I want down here. So let's go back to the list, because I do generate lists. while I'm playing to remind me of things, but also to help me brainstorm off camera so that I don't waste time futzing about. Ground floor, mudroom. We've got that. Gym and yoga, massage and sauna, and magic. Also, extra bedroom? Question mark? Because we have Tumnus to think about, and if this household hires a butler, they need bedrooms, and I'll probably get a butler for them just because they're rich and they're royalty. So, you know, I'll probably get them a butler. So we might need a bedroom with a bathroom with an ensuite down here. Mudroom, gym, yoga, massage, sauna, magic room, possibly a butler bedroom, maybe a room for Tumnus. I might put him in an exterior lot, or I might start the game with cheating Lucy and Tumnus into high enough a relationship that they'll sleep in the same bed. Because that's where I'm going to go anyway. Don't hate me. I'm going to pair Lucy and Tumnus. That's just a given. So go ahead and fight with me in the comments or in chat if you think that's ridiculous and gross, and how could I possibly pair them? That's just weird. Okay, so I hate to be basic, but sometimes you just draw the obvious lines to get started. I don't know what this room could be, but it's got that great, this beautiful, so I don't know, because you're going to come in and obviously there's a right into the mud room, and I'm not looking down here to do anything like a sitting room or a living room. So there's just this really awesome stained glass window here in what basically amounts to an extended entryway. Should I actually make just like, boom, entryway, bitches, and then this can become something else? That looks rough. That looks like so many wasted spaces. I mean, you put a carpet, you maybe have an arch instead of an actual doorway. But then, you know, then again, what are you putting in this space? Through an archway, you're not going to put the yoga studio there. You're not going to put the massage room there because, okay, personally, naked massage is amazing. If you can find within yourself the comfort level to, and the finances, to get a professional naked massage, like, go for it. Just go for it. It's really nice. I cannot afford massages or anything even remotely like that. Not now, not anymore. But there was a point in time where I worked in trade. I worked a couple years at Ren fairs and at some spiritual retreats, some hippy dippy stuff, I promise. And so there were times where in the evenings, after all the actual work was done, that we would, I don't know, but I could put here, look at this. We would all get together and hang out, and we being hippies and or Ren fair folk, you know, hang out and boom, how about that, yo? And then we would trade with each other. You know, we would exchange goods and services for goods and services rather than money. So I never had to actually financially be able to afford a massage. I could trade, like, I'm artistic, So frequently I would trade henna for something else. So like I'll do your henna design or your temporary tattoo design, and draw on you flowers and curlicues or tribal or whatever. And then in return I would be like, massage please, massage please. Oh my god, let me have that massage. Okay, so medium walls. Put an arch like that in the wall. We have one of these upstairs, and it matches the pack. It is centered on the entryway. I am not a fan of this corner into the mudroom. I'm really not. And like I said, I wouldn't necessarily put the gym here. I wouldn't necessarily put yoga in a room that is not able to close the door between it and an exterior door. Obviously, it's not going to be the sauna. The magic room? Could this entry room be the room that magic gets done in? Maybe. Maybe. Let's kill this wall. And go back to looking at the whole shebang as a room. Could this be the magic room with this awesome stained glass? Oh, it could. It really could. Okay, so we're looking at this. We're looking at maybe this is the magic room. So maybe these items need to go. I sound so snobby and awful when I say these things, but maybe these objects should go adjacent to or inside the butler room. You know, the fresh linens, the extra linens and things. Or maybe like exclusively in a linen closet. I mean, I'm not really going full castle. I don't have a pantry. I don't have a butler's pantry. I don't have a silver closet. I don't have a boot room. And by castle build, I'm really thinking more along the lines, for this one at least, of like an English manor, an English estate, historic English estate. I have done straight up historical castle, like medieval or Renaissance builds where they have like moats or, you know, a central building that started as a fort and then got built up with towers and crenellation and turrets and defensive walls and inner courtyards and stables. I've done those before. Those are super fun. They actually usually also take a ton of we're just going for a trip. A ton of custom content. Okay, let us show all, but filter for the Realm of Magic stuff. So I can just throw some things, some pieces of furniture into this room, and that way I'll mark it as maybe we're making this a magic study, studio, a bar. Oh, I do have a bar. It's gonna be outside because I'm like, wait, I don't have alcoholic beverages in this. Juice. It's not alcohol, it's juice. I don't have juice cocktails in this build yet. Yeah, but I just remembered I have a plan for where that stuff is gonna go, and it is not here. Let's get both sizes of tables. This is a dining room. No, this is the dining table. It's so pretty. This one is the what? Coffee table. Who knows what I'm actually going to use or end up using down here. I'm just getting some ideas, some of the basic block furniture out and about. Oh, I love those. I love the moon picture. I freaking love that more than I should. Do we want to have a magic mirror? I've done that before. I've done a magic mirror. But not this one. Not that one. I don't want that one. That one's silly. It's a silly mirror. Really awesome rugs. I could actually do this rug in this space. I mean, I'd have to blow out a wall, but this rug has that stone floor texturing. Look, here it is. See, like it's supposed to be like stonework, like and I have a stone floor down here, so it could actually work down here visually as like, oh yeah, we put stone in our stone. We put stone in our stone. Okay, so maybe that's a possibility, in which case this will bump out some amount. And we will put these things over here to get out of the way. So the only problem with this is how big it is. If I can shrink it down, we'll see. I want to move this. We will see. We will probably end up shrinking it down by a lot so that this took one of my freaking things with it. Come on, go back to where you belong. There you go. Good column. Yeah, we'll probably have a lot of crap we'll have to deal with to decide what we really want in this room and how we want it. I do love this stinking rug, but I also don't get enough opportunities to use the super magic stuff. Whoa, ho, ho. Magic fireplace? Nah, it's just so extra. If we had a version, EA suggestion, if we had a version that didn't have the mirror on top, if we had that option to have this fireplace but stopping at that mantelpiece and not having the mirror, that would be an awesome thing to patch in for us. Sometimes you just don't want extra. And yes, I do have a mod that makes that happen for me, and I would use it all the time, but again, we are trying our hardest, and guys, it is really hard to not use mods while building. It's really hard. I want to use all the fun, fantastic. Which torch do you all like? Do you all like the twisty plant torch, or do you like the floating orb stock torch? I kind of love them both. I really do. I know some people have a problem with this pack, and some people are like, what's with the floating blue fire and the floating lights, and it's all just stupid, ridiculous stuff. And I'm like, guys, I love it. I love it. It's crazy. I love these lights. I love this stuff. Now, we don't need a second kitchen area down here. So I'm pretty sure that I can leave the kitchen objects out. God. If you haven't already, go ahead and take a look on my channel at my rants. Yes, that one. My rants. Go ahead and check out my rants playlist, and you will find a rant about bookcases. and enjoy that. I talk specifically about the Realm of Magic bookcases, for example. So, okay, so Magic Room. Probably not going to be this big. Probably gonna, let's smush it. Maybe more like this. Because even if I, thank you. Okay, so I'm getting feedback that my video quality is much better today, and that is fabulous. And okay, guys, I'm gonna own it. It was my fault. It was my fault. I told you that there were some things I had done to try and make it better, and what I had done was undo some things I had done before. I had done my first couple of streams and thought I could tweak some settings to make it better and smoother and improve the frame rates and quality and all of that, and I was wrong. Heard it here first. Amata was wrong. I ended up tweaking some settings that made it worse. Don't know why, don't know how. Made it worse. I will own it. It was my fault, and I'm glad that it seems to be getting better. Definitely always let me know if you are watching along, and even if it's in the comments after the fact, please always let me know if there's some problem or something happens in the stream that you would like me to address and or fix for future streams. I am sorry, I cannot fix this. This is how it's gonna be. Okay, so I will remember, will I remember Magic Mirror? Probably. Probably. This is a lot of stuff, but it's not all going to end up being used. But there it is. Hey ho, this should be a magic room with that wonderful stained glass window. And this wall will get adjusted in and out depending on how that furniture goes. So what else do we have down here? We need like a little workshop because they have to get handiness somehow. And would this be better out in the garden, in the greenhouse? Sugar plums. What do you guys think? Y'all, I'm really bad about gender neutral pronouns. I apologize once again. Yeah, what do y'all think about putting this out in a greenhouse along with trees and plants and maybe the flower arranging bench? Searching for words. Words are hard. I might do that. Honestly, I might do that since I am planning to have it. Okay, now here's a sneak preview. Greenhouse is going to be somewhere around in this quadrant. So we're just going to throw that out there for now and come back to it when we're ready to deal with that. So being boring, once again, sometimes you just gotta follow the obvious. Let's go ahead and extend this wall like across there. Whoop. I love having little landings with balcony, that are open because that's so much fun to have. But walls exist too, and this is a 2-panel, so I'll have options about what size and shape door I want in this area. So, and it can go to 3 if I manage to shrink the magic room in anymore. So that's good, and that sets up this to be a fun room as well. So let's go ahead and make this a wall. Boop, doop, boop, boop. And should this corner go in or out? Should this be where the corner goes, or should I go in one and have a little section cut off? Humpty Dumpty Dump. Should I make a corridor? Oh. Secret passage. And then put a door here. Secret passage. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel through the mountain. I don't remember the next part, but then it goes secret, secret, secret tunnel. Yeah. Oh, that's something I brought up in another stream and kind of lost my focus and never finished saying. I was born tone deaf. I have auditory processing disorders, problems, just one disorder. But it causes problems. I can't hear myself. I can't hear my tone of voice. I can't hear myself in my head. And when I'm hearing noises, my ears physically function properly. They have all the correct ear parts for hearing sound. But when they send the signal across my neurons to my head, it gets lost and kind of confused and ends up being like, I think we're hearing a cacophony, and my brain's like, it's always chaos all the time. Everything is too loud. So lots of times I'll speak really loud because for me, I'm hearing like crazy rock band noise. And so I'm trying to speak over it so people can hear me. And they're always like, you need to shut up. Turn that volume down. You're talking way loud. So pretty windows. Let's talk about yoga and or massage. How cool would that be? Someone says we can have a cool secret murder room. But I'm thinking like secret passage into somewhere. Maybe. I might change all of this. But this room is looking really hot for, let's talk about some yoga. We're going to maybe throw down some mats, yoga mats. I'm also thinking about massaging. We love massages. I've forgotten once again where the massage is at. If anybody knows what category it's in, because I'm wasting time. And it's not knowledge. Is it recreation? I mean, you'd think, well, there's the meditation stools. And I'm put my meditation up in the tower already, so I'm not going to put meditation down in here as well. But no massage. Where are the massages? Ugh. Also, we are going to have a sauna. We're going to have a sauna somewhere. It is going to happen. Boom. That's kind of awful division of space. To be honest, that's awful. But we are going to have a sauna. If at all possible, we're going to squeeze that sucker in. Sugar plums. Okay, it's not outdoor. And it's not music. It's knowledge. Knowledge, because you gain skill while doing it. So stupid. So stupid. It should have been under either fitness, active, or recreation, massaging. So we've got those elements, and I'm going to arrange them, but they all look like they're generally going to fit in this room. So this will be the yoga massage room with the pretty windows. And then we're going to try and squeeze a sauna in somewhere. And I'm trying to remember. I think in gyms, the protocol is work out, clean off, sauna room. So like you would have a gym, then the locker room and bathroom where you can rinse off like your sweat and stuff, and then you go to the sauna? Oh shoot. Okay. Or is it, you can tell I never go to gyms. What's the protocol, guys? Do you work out and then while you're still stinky and sweaty, go to the sauna and get more stinky and sweaty, and then at the end of it all, go to the locker room? Basically, I'm trying to decide where the door into the sauna should be. Should it be off of the locker room or off of the gym, and have the gym in the middle with doors to the locker room and the sauna separate? Or should it be a flow from gym to locker room to sauna? That's what's going on right now. So I'm going to have to maybe look that up, because I'm terrible. Locker room, is that what I'm hearing? That the sauna is off the locker room, so it should go gym, sauna, locker room. Because one thing I'm thinking is, if we have the gym area kind of here, we can have like sauna and locker room, and then this area over here can be butler bedroom. Maybe. We're not sure yet, guys. Ugh, everyone. I'm really bad. I was raised in the 80s. I'm really sorry about this. The 80s was this really weird time of like both being super free and like liberated, and yet really not all at the same time. I'm really showing my age. But so I definitely have the 80s kid habit of calling everyone guys. Like, hey guys, what's up guys? And in a perfect world, that would not be a problem. But we don't live in a perfect world, and so it is problematic, and it does hurt some people. And you know, why would you purposely hurt people if you knew that you didn't have to? Like that, I mean, it just makes no sense to me. So so I definitely really want to try to be better about that. I know it is a problem that I have and that I would like to improve upon. So here's what I'm doing. Well, I don't know. Okay, so I'm putting just some basic squares out. Obviously, this isn't going to be enough room for a gym. Well, maybe. I mean, there's length, so we could do like bikes and things long-wise. But what I'm thinking is, if the sauna comes off of the locker room, then we can have gym and have this wiggle in, boom, and have locker room. So gym, locker room, sauna. Or if it's off of the gym, and the gym should have the ability to go both into the locker. Why are you not going? Go. Both into locker room and into sauna. Then we will rotate this like that and move the walls in and have gym, sauna, gym, locker room. So I'm kind of working with sauna in this corner. Ignore the doors. I mean, doors are going to happen eventually, but ignore them for now. So we're saying, looks like what I'm seeing is doors from each side into each other. So like if I had a locker room, it would both go to the sauna and the gym would go to the sauna. Oh, excuse you? Did you eat your food? Okay, Mercy is telling me she just ate her food. Wait. I know. Wait. Okay, so I'm actually going to fiddle with this a little bit, but the truth is, everyone, I probably got to sign off. I really didn't mean to go very long today in the first place. I do have that appointment coming up at 2 o'clock, and I need to go confirm that my dog has actually eaten her food and reward her appropriately, because that's a thing we do. So yeah, so we've got some work done. We've got some work cut out for us. Overall, we're kind of banging this out, and I'm really excited about that. I feel like we really hit a good balance today between me being talkative and actually accomplishing things. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I will work on the gym, locker room, sauna room logistics And yeah, we'll call it a day. All right, I love y'all. You be good to you, and I will see you next time.